Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whenever you watch this on the lovely blue planet that we live on. So, welcome. My name is Mary Jane Tracy. Second medium and spiritual level life coach and all kinds of things. So, coming to you with a 411. So, it's funny. I just got a text and from a girlfriend, and I was just telling her I'm just going live, and she's an astrologer too, and she goes, "Remember, Mercury is in Leo, and be very careful in your communications. So people are prone to misinterpret your words." So a little reminder from a good friend that to watch my words today. And it could be off with their head. I mean, it could be that energy, off with their heads and, you know, going forward. So be careful with what I say. It's also a day where you could just get annoyed just because you want to get annoyed, you can get annoyed. And I found that this morning when I went for my walk, if you saw my Instagram live, is a water bottle. Not that, I mean, it didn't anger, like it just annoyed me. Why did it annoy me? The recycling bin is here. The water bottle is like a meter away. You just chucked your water bottle. There's the garbage. There's the water bottle. There's the garbage. And I go to North Glenmore Park, and I have to say, they are fabulous at keeping it clean and doing the garbage. Yes. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. I will handle her in a minute. She's in her kennel? Okay. Thank you. So the dog was chewing on my another thing that annoys me, the dog. She got a hold. I don't know how she got a hold of this. Man. Anyways, my Chinese little jingle balls. So bad dog. So anyway, she's downstairs in her kennel, knowing that she did wrong. So, anyways, so another thing that annoys me. But anyways, the water bottle and the garbage. It's simple things that will annoy or that will throw you off today. And so just to be aware of it, because it is, it has that intensity. That's where, that's where it's at, baby. That's where it's at. And that Leo, and then you have Mercury going really fast. He's like, vroom, and he's squaring off Uranus. So information fast. Here it is. Boom, boom, boom. And it could be really something that you're not expected to hear, or something, that you were unaware of, and it comes into your realm. So a little bit of unexpected energies that are going to come in today also with this. And this is like really focusing on, because we're Leo it's focusing on your heart center and the direction that you want to go. And with that, Leo, and then the moon is in Gemini. Now, I just have to say, Gemini moons, I love, because I get things done. I mean, I even vacuumed this morning. Like after I did my yoga, I went and I vacuumed and dusted. That is that Gemini moon. It's just like, okay, got to get this done, and bang, and it was done. It took me less than 10 minutes. It was just like, oh, this is so great. Why do I procrastinate about this so much? And then the moon will go into Virgo, and I'll know why I procrastinate. So there's also a lot of aha moments opening up, and especially with that, it is an opening square. So that Mercury Uranus is an opening square. It's an annual event. This is what's coming in, unexpected events that are going to be coming in. It's going to take for Mercury to go all the way around and meet in Taurus, that maybe some of this information you're not going to get. Maybe some of the information you will not be able to respond to. at this time, or it might be overwhelming. So it might not come to a conclusion until Mercury, a couple months later, meets up, because it takes 88 days to go around the sun. So it takes, for him to get around there to close, have that conjunction. So there's going to be where you're going to find that things are going to come in. They're going to come in out of the blue. Plus there's a mystic rectangle. Mystic rectangles are very rare. And to find one in somebody's chart is really cool. And this one is like, it's the nodes of fate. So it's coming in with the North Node and the South Node. And we also have the moon in Gemini, and the nodes in Gemini. And we got Saturn in Aquarius and the sun. So this is a fire and air, mystic fire and air. So this is ideas. This is visionary. This is really, if you're able to get out, and maybe if it is with the wind blowing, this is what I'm thinking. It's like you're on top of a hill, the wind blowing, and it's still, summertime, to sit and allow for that energy to come in. So it's like the energy of the wind being Saturn in Aquarius, blowing and giving that knowledge to the sun, to your heart. So it's this energy, this intelligence that is coming in to help you to in direction, in where you want to go. This would be beautiful, kind of a mystic day. Like, I'm just thinking of a fire in the backyard. And I know it's hot, and I know BC's on fire and stuff like that, and there is a fire ban. I get it. But we can have a candle. We can have a candle. So light a candle today, some incense for the air, and take a little bit of moment today and really dive in deep and get into the visionary and the energies of the visionary and stuff. So where's your thing? Okay, go get it. So this is where we're, thank you. And this is where we have this energy. And Mars is just baby Mars. So we're going to call Mars little baby Mars. He's only at 3 degrees. So he's just getting his traction on getting things. And so take this advantage and this mysticism of, maybe this is like your little baby steps of dreaming, of getting inspiration. What is inspiring you? Like this morning, I saw an eagle this morning on my walk. And one thing about eagles is that they disappear so quickly. They come in and then they disappear. Yeah, that's what I find with eagles. So he was out there over the reservoir, and I could see him, and he kind of went on his side, so I could see the white on him. So he's a bald eagle, and then flew away. There was also a beautiful crane out there all by himself. Cranes are usually by themselves. They're not usually in twos. So there's a crane. And as I was getting out of the car and started off on the pathway, a hawk just, and then I posted him, was up on the tree, and he was sort of looking down at me. So lots of beautiful symbolisms, like, the hawk for wisdom, and or the hawk for sight, trusting the sight, trusting your the vision, and the eagle knowledge. And I have to look up the crane. I can't remember what the crane is, but there is this beautiful symbolism. And then all the flowers that were just looking so beautiful this morning. So I took a lot of little nature pictures, and taking that time to connect with nature, connect with the energies. And in doing so, it just gives you a different perspective of the world around you. And then I was less pissed off because of the water bottle thing, because I just threw it in the garbage, in the recycling bin there. And so I found 2 water bottles today that were doing the same thing. That did that, people just, whatever. But that's the thing, is that, take that time. I mean, when I do go on walks, I do pick up garbage. I do, because the fairies like it. And you sort of, I find when you do things like that, they seem to award you with something. So you get a award. And so when you're walking and you see garbage, pick it up. There's usually garbage not too far away. And so that's what I did. Just picked up the water bottle, threw it away. You can tell it's still bothering me. It's still bothering me how just ignorance. But the eagle and the hawk, oh, just fantastic. And I haven't seen an eagle out there on the reservoir for a couple, I think over a year, 2 years. Haven't seen one out there. So yesterday was the bobcat. I've gotten the coyote. I don't want the bear. Trust me, I don't want to run in, because people have seen the bears out there. So I haven't seen any bears, but usually the bears are when you go further in. So I haven't seen the bears, but yeah. So it's been a wildlife kind of couple days. So, but that Mystic Triangle, beautiful, bringing in that mysticism. And with baby Mars, at only 3 degrees, this is really great to just get in there, just get using that fire and that air, and get into the mysticism. And maybe you want to write some spells, or maybe you want to do something to connect with the fairies, or maybe there's some energies that you've been wanting to work with. And the fire and the air energies are really nice energies. Now, remember, fire and air are the masculine. So they are, they're pushing it out. So they're an energy that wants to push it out, get it done. So taking some time, and maybe even, because there isn't much water right now, adding, a bowl of water beside you, or something along that line, just to bring in some calmness, right? Bringing in that water with that, and a little bit of earth. So maybe even a plant. Maybe you're going to, there, I got the whole thing done. A candle, incense, a nice little plant. Maybe you're going to water it a little bit, and sit and then just journal, and just take some time with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, and come into the heart center, that Leo center, and really start to work with the energies, because this is starting to, the energies are like, okay, what are you wanting to plan for? Is there something you're planning, something you want to tweak? You got to remember too, because your Venus is trining Uranus, and making there's over to Mercury, over to the moon, like she's squaring over to the moon. So she might be a little pissy today. So don't piss off anybody, any feminine energies today either, because it's kind of like also where if you want to get something done and you're working with somebody, but you really don't want to do it, and the other person doesn't want to do it. And if you don't really want to do it, just do it badly so the other person will do it. They'll just like, fine, just give it to me and I'll just do it. And that's where the Venus and the moon's just like, okay, that's fine with me. And off it goes. So so there's a little bit of aggravation energy that's out there today. A little bit of poking the bear energy today. So just mind your P's and Q's, people. Mind your P's and Q's. That's the best advice today, minding your P's and Q's. And last night you might have been tossing and turning. Last night, actually, I just, with the moon, funny thing is, like, when that moon's in Gemini, I actually sleep really well. Like, I'm just like out. And then I'm up and I'm ready to go. So the moon in Gemini works with me. My moon later on this evening will be conjunct. So I know when that happens, there is sort of like a lot of emotions comes in, and my Cancer, it's hitting all in my 12th and first house. So then I'm just like, secrets come in, things get come out. Things come out during that time. So I just am a little bit more aware. But being aware of your moods is going to be a big one. And it's still really smoky. It's supposed to be hot today. So it's supposed to go up to like 30 degrees today. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I am tired of the heat. I think Candace said it yesterday, or I think it was yesterday. Anyways, one of the days. Words from Candace is that she's ready for fall. So am I. I am ready for fall. I don't, I love summer, but this is a hot, dry summer. It really has been. So it's just taken its toll on people, that's for sure. And this is also a big week. We're coming into a big week of arguments this week and next week. So a lot of people just irritate it with everything. And I think the heat has a lot to do with it. The heat and the smoke, and the planets are just amplifying everything 100 by 100. That's what they're doing. So I'm going to pull some cards because that's what I feel like doing. That's what I feel like doing. Oh, you were up all night with indigestion. Is this what happens when you start aging? Yep, that's exactly what starts happening. Actually, a lot of people don't realize that after the age of 30, your stomach acid begins to slightly decrease. By the time you're 35 to 40, it decreases a little bit more. And then as you get older, so you don't, that's why a lot of times when people over the age of 50 and 60, 70, 80, you're getting up there. You're getting up there. Uh, Things like you can't eat as much or you eat smaller portions and you have to really watch the digestion. So digestive aids and probiotics usually are quite good, just to start, especially digestive enzymes, because the enzymes start to decrease in your stomach. And when the enzymes start to decrease, you can't do anything about it, right? Once an enzyme is used up within the stomach, or it's done, right? So that's why digestive enzymes are a good thing. Good thing, baby. So when you find young people or young children, colic is one because the enzymes aren't developed, and then kids get really bad colic and stuff, and that's just part of their, one of the, digestion. Things aren't moving in their tummy, a lot of pain and stuff there. And I think it's also that they just weren't ready to come into the world right now. I really need to start watching what I eat and have smaller amounts. Yeah. And you'll notice when you're chewing, this is another thing. It's like when you're eating and you chew, right? So this is for all of us. Really chew your food, and then when you swallow it, pay attention to as it swallows and how it feels in your tummy, because that's going to be an indication too. Because a lot of times we don't pay attention of the process of the intake of the food going down into our stomach and how it's feeling, or even how it's feeling down your esophagus, because that's going to be another indication on indigestion too. Because sometimes you might have chewed it really well, but then as you swallow, you can start to feel it burning too. So, and depending what it is, it could be the bread or something like that. Things you don't even think of, and this is also where too, because if when we have the sun doing a Ceci quadrant to Pallas Athena, and that's also stress action. So there's a lot of stressors too, which will really upset tummy and everything else like that too, and upset our biorhythms, right? I had a birthday pizza and cake and could tell this wasn't going to end well. No, and if you would have had beer on top of that, that would have been a lot. That would have been a lot for you to take. So, just saying. But that says, and the other one that's coming in today is also with Jupiter and the opposition with Jupiter, and with that energy of Jupiter coming in is also has to do with doctors and diagnosis. And so if you are feeling off, if you're feeling something's not right, um, this is a day of getting a diagnosis or going to a doctor. And eruptions. So things can be erupting within you. So you got to be really careful on it, on, what this energy is. So we do have that going on. And then with that, Geminis rule cars. So watch your driving and watch other people. People are going to drive stupidly today. So, and Gemini rules cars. Anything with wheels, bikes too. So lots of things happening. So everybody's going to say, I'm going to just stay in my cave. I'm just going to stay in my cave. And in comes the waning crescent moon. And in comes resistance. Oh, wow. Resistance. So the waning moon. So the waning crescent is really going inwards. And this is the waning crescent 2. I flow through resistance and I'm in control. I flow through resistance and I'm in control. So allow yourself to flow through the resistance. And the stone is red jasper. So bring some red jasper in, which is really another that's a fire stone too. I mean, it's red, and bringing that in. And it's a battle we have to fight more than once, but we will be vigilant, and fight it will. We will. For when we win, we will win, and the rewards are great. So if there's something right now that you are fighting for or you're working towards, don't give up. Don't give up. Continue going on. And if you need a little bit of inspiration there, definitely use the red jasper with that. And with that comes in with the self-love. So take care of yourself. So we got the waxing crescent 4. So this is like really take care of self. So this is like, that inward internal struggle you might be having. And then in comes the waxing crescent. And the crescent moons are very related to Venus and the Venus energy. So really taking that beautiful feminine energy of, to come in and allow ourselves to take some gentle time for ourselves. So maybe you have been really working really hard at something, and take some time and say thank you to your body. So maybe you've been doing working on a health program or an exercise program, or there's you've been working on a project and or a relationship, whatever it is, whatever. Take some time. Honor yourself with that. Know that, yes, this is going to be continual and you're going to win out. So every day I bring a radical self-love to my body and mind and spirit. So there is the opposite. That we are too tall, too short, too fat, too thin, too wrinkly, too pimply, too old, too young, too quiet or too mouthy, too noticeable, too opinionated, too. And we can get into the self-loathing. So please stop, put your blinkers on and breathe. So take some time and breathe. That's, especially with today's energy, watching how, as I say to people who've taken the Journey Club, and the Journey Club is going to be starting up again in September. And one of the parts is the other person is always right. And that's a hard one for people to take. What do you mean they're always right? No, they're not. And it's like they're coming from their opinion. They're coming from what they know, their reality, their understanding. And then there's yours. So they may not have the same opinions as you, and that's okay. And that's where you have to take the step back. And maybe, there is going to be a time to fight. Maybe you do need to fight this. Maybe you do need to say, no, that is wrong. This is what we are doing right now. So that's where the waxing crescent comes in, because there might be some resistance around you or something going on, but you are in, where you are saying, no, this is what we're going to do, and honor yourself with when you're doing that. That's part of self-love too. Not to have somebody just push you around. Definitely not. Too fabulous. Choose your two. And with that, overall, release whatever it is. So we have the waning crescent, and the waning crescent comes in. So we got double fours. So the double fours are coming in. So we know we have the angelic realm that's coming in with all of this, bringing in, and we have 5, 6, 7, 25, 6, and 27, but it's 5, 6, 7. So making sure that we are putting things in order, organizing what it is that we need to do. So that Saturn energy is coming in of organization, the Saturn and Aquarius, putting things together, organizing, allowing for the angels to come in and guide you through all of this and to release what you need to release. So when you are feeling the resistance and you're taking that time for self and for love, allow yourself to release what you need to release. And that could be part of that mystic triangle coming in for you, and doing a little ritual, which would be very so soothing, so loving. So doing that today. Ooh, my husband brought me breakfast, which is so sweet. And the final card is focus. Oh, we got 5. But look at this one. Isn't this a beautiful card? I love the butterfly. Look at that butterfly on her third eye. Third eye awakening. Oh my goodness. These cards are so beautiful. So beautiful. So allowing for that awakening to happen. I love her eyeshadow too. Did that. Oh, I got to redo that nail. So allow for that focus to come in on what you need to focus on. So some beautiful messages today from these cards. So taking that time to really acknowledge the road that you are on, and acknowledge your beliefs, acknowledge what's true for you and what's in your heart, and taking some time for yourself to say, yeah, this is what I need to do, and not doubting. Watch the doubt, and if you do have the doubt, release it so you can come back into your focus towards what you want to do. As we are building up to a new moon in Leo, and this week is pretty intense, and so is next week. So we're coming into a couple really crazy, intense weeks, and information is going to come in out of the blue. So either we're going to hear something, information is going to be coming forth either within our own lives, or you might be hearing it in the collective consciousness. So whether it's on the news or some kind of crazy place. So there you go. Feels good. It does. Feels good. Do. I know like it should. Do. So feel good, baby. Allow yourself to embrace it all. And send out love and prayers to those around the world, those who, to those who are less fortunate at this time. So, and who are going through a little bit of turmoil within the world around us. So lots of prayers, sending lots of water energy towards BC and anywhere else that they're having forest fires, to just dampen those fires, man. Just chill it. Stop it. And the leaves were changing. I saw some leaves that were changing today. So, so we have some leaves changing. Yeah. So that's kind of good news. So my loves, have a fabulous day. If you want to book a coaching session or a natal chart reading, go to thegurumama.com and let's get you in and get you booked. And have a great day, everybody. It's going to be a good one. Take some time to journal and just to connect. So blessed be, and may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you, and all that you say and all that you be and all you do. Yes. Have a great day. Bye-bye.